Welcome everybody to Estadio. They're riding off of a victory in the Olympics in 2020 that was played in 2021. Your current gold medal champions in the Olympics. And then Trinidad and Tobago, their 11th W Championship appearance. In Concacaf, they are ranking 5th right now. They have never scored against Canada. All of the 4 meetings that these two have had in Concacaf Women's Championships. So you see the referees, you see Trinidad and Tobago in the white kits, Canada in the red kits. Canada is led by Captain Christine Sinclair. Her 189 goals leads all footballers ever to play on the international stage. Will she get 190 tonight? Well, you're gonna have to stick around and see. It's Trinidad and Tobago and Canada. After the anthems, I'll come back with starting lineups and get you guys set for kickoff. Welcome back in Monterrey, Mexico. BBVA Stadium here. The site for the second game tonight in Group B play. Canada is the home team. They are led by Bev Priestman. And she'll roll with Kaylin Sheridan in goal, the new #1 after Stephanie LeBay retired this year. Desiree Scott, a player with a lot of experience in the middle and midfield. Jessie Fleming has some flair centrally, and then Christine Sinclair sitting on 189 goals. She makes her 312th international cap, cementing her place even more into the leaderboards there. Mexican officiating crew, Katia Garcia, in charge of this one centrally. Sinclair stands across from the captain. Well, this is something new this year in Concacaf VAR. In every game of the 3 that have been played so far in the W Championship, each one has gone to a VAR decision of some sort. So we might get a look inside that room here today. Forbes will start in goal. She's one of the players that played in that 2018 Concacaf W Championship for Trinidad and Tobago. The Saka Warriors. Going up front, they're gonna lead with Austin and Campbell. 4-4-2 for Kenwyn Jones and Trinidad and Tobago. You can see the mountains in the background. It's the Cerro de la Silla, beautiful mountain right in the middle of Monterrey. This is a picturesque stadium with 2 teams looking to start their journey towards the 2023 World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. We get a beautiful aerial view of this one. Jessie Fleming been dynamite in the middle of the field for Canada. Can she be the spark to help them get to their 8th World Cup? Well, it all starts here. Canada in all red, Trinidad and Tobago in the all white. I'm Jordan Angeli. Thanks so much for tuning into this one. Big Concacaf W Championship Group B play. The last one of the night. You see the throw in here from Chelsea Jadu. You could kind of hear Fleming say, that ball is hard, as she went up for this header. Oh, she got also headed after the fact by Asha James, number 10 for Trinidad. There's Bev Priestman, 36-year-old English native. Really worked all over the world when it comes to national teams, England, New Zealand. Was with Canada previously, but took over as their head coach. On November of 2020, that is stopped by a good stretch from Victoria Swift. This back line knows that they're gonna have a lot to deal with as Ashley Lawrence throws the ball in on the far side. Now Desiree Scott, currently playing in NWSL for the Kansas City Current. Jade Revere, Janine Becky can't combine here on the near side. Vanessa Gilles Now Lawrence. Quinn gets a touch. It goes straight to Trinidad. Ray Belgrave connects to the far side. Trinidad just send it long. Not looking to get into any trouble early on in this match. Through ball. It's Deanne Rose going after it, but Forbes comes out big. Makes a stop. Kamika Forbes, her 42nd cap, as you see this really nicely weighted ball in behind by Kadisha Buchanan. That's Kenwyn Jones. Grew up in Trinidad and Tobago. Played not only internationally for them, but played abroad, the English Premier League and the Championship. Teams like Southampton, Stoke City, Sheffield Wednesday. Was loaned around a bit and then finished his career in MLS at Atlanta United before retiring in 2017. And he took over the Soca Warriors in October of 2021. Just getting into his tenure. He said before the match that their mentality is really positive going into this. They seem to have a game plan of how they can play against Canada as they attack on the far side. Becky! Header over top of the bar. A good look early on from Canada and Janine Becky. It's Ashley Lawrence just playing this little through ball to Deanna Rose. And that's the type of ball that you want from those positions. It's like that half space right at the edge of the 18. To chop it back towards the 6, it makes it easy for Becky or any player running onto it to get something on frame. So a little too much on it in the end by Becky. Janine Becky, after spending 4 years at Manchester City, came back home to America where she grew up. Colorado native, now playing for the Portland Thorns in NWSL, which really has a large vein of Canadians, with Karina LeBlanc as the GM, Rianne Wilkerson as the head coach. Canada not only has Janine Becky on that Portland Thorns team, but Christine Sinclair has been there since the get-go too for the Thorns. Jadu plays it back to Belgrave. Belgrave's 35th cap as Sinclair gets this ball, finds Rose. Rose with this nifty little turn, but defended well enough in the end by Chelsea Ralph, your center mid partner there. Austin can't keep that one. And here comes Ashley Lawrence. Stout is defending Rose on the far side. Cicely Stout playing right back for Trinidad. A graduate student from the University of Georgia. Her last season in the fall, she started 18 games for the Bulldogs. Here's Revere. Now Scott. Gets blocked momentarily, but now Sinclair's in space. It gets deflected, and that's gonna be an easy one for Forbes. She'll take that all day. She's not gonna be happy about Christine Sinclair finding any kind of room. Sinclair has about every accolade you can imagine in her 22-year international career. That's more time playing internationally than a lot of these players have, nearly a lot of these players have been alive. To put it in perspective, she started her international career when Jessie Fleming was 2 years old. Chelsea Jadu playing in Portugal for Valadares. Quinn restarts it. Now Buchanan. Back to Quinn in space. Canada keeping possession here. A lot of numbers back for Trinidad. Revere chops it, takes it back across. That's gonna go against Canada. Keddy Johnson defended. Number 6 for Trinidad. Johnson just 21. Made her debut with this team this year in the World Cup qualifiers for that. Trinidad, one of the teams that had to play in to this championship tournament. Canada got an automatic bid alongside the United States as being the 2 best teams in Concacaf as Becky dribbles at the back line. Chops it to her left, it's too far away. And that's cleared out by Karen Forbes. Forbes, the captain of this squad, plays in Trinidad for Police FC. Revere, it bounces. Fleming almost got there, flying through the box. Can't make it difficult. The Soka Warriors trying to get out of their own defensive third, and they're not going to be able to just yet. Sinclair, now Rose, gets tackled by Stout. And Lawrence Rose pays her back. Stout in broadcasting there at the University of Georgia, wants to be a sports broadcaster when she's done with school. But right now she wants to figure out a way to help her team get a good start in this W tournament. They find themselves in the attacking third here. It's a good turn by Johnson. All the way back to Belgrave. Now Swift. Pressure in the channel. Quinn knocks it out of bounds. Ball bouncing at the feet of Campbell, and she gets it taken away, but they reclaim possession. Gilles has it straight up. A little bit of pinball here. Let's see if Fleming can find the right pass. She can't. In every game that we've watched here, W Championship, this being the fourth, that first round of games, the first 10 to 15 minutes have been, there's been moments in each one of them, but the team's feeling a little bit of a little anxious, a little emotional, knowing what's at stake. The way the W Championship is set up is there's 8 teams playing for 4 spots in the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. So the 2 top winners of each group have an automatic bid as Sinclair takes it down in the box. Becky crosses it. Rose is well defended by Stout, and it takes all of the sting off of her shot. But Fleming doing a lot of the work to orchestrate these attacks for Canada. So the 2 top teams in Group A and Group B advance to the semifinals, and they all get a spot at the World Cup. Well, then what do they play in the semifinals and the finals for, right? Well, there's Olympic spots on the line as well. The winner of the tournament will get an Olympic spot. The 2nd and 3rd place will play a home and away 2-game series to see who gets the other spot in the Olympics for Concacaf. So there's a lot happening. Those teams also, if you make it to the Olympics, you will make it to the 2024 Women's Gold Cup. Canada qualifying for the last World Cup and the last Olympics, where they secured a gold medal in Tokyo in the 2020 Olympics, which really took place in 2021. Canada went into that tournament having won the bronze medal before, but finally securing that coveted gold medal. They now get to call themselves the defending champs. They're currently ranked 6 in the world. Kaylin Sheridan is their new #1. This is her 23rd cap. She has 11 shutouts in her career. She's from Pickering, Canada, and right now Sheridan playing the new expansion side in NWSL, San Diego Wave, who don't really look like an expansion side at all. Through 10 games, they're sitting at the top of the league, and she has 4 shutouts. Might face some of her teammates later in this tournament. It's Rose on the dribble, has Fleming. Becky takes it first. Now Sinclair gets to some space. Christine Sinclair off the post. Oh. She can't believe it. She tasted number 190, but just drags it wide. That's why she has 189 goals on the international level. She knows how to get a little bit of space. When she gets that foot away from the defender, she takes a shot. Forbes had no chance of getting across the frame of goal. James goes down there. And that challenge. Seems to be a little bit rattled. That's why. She didn't know that the ball was, she was trying to flick the ball, and Desiree Scott headed it straight into her face. It's 91 degrees at kickoff. It's humid in Monterrey right now, middle of summer. We'll get back underway. Quarter of an hour into this one. I'm Jordan Angeli. 0-0, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago. Their first appearance in this 2022 Concacaf W Championship, and Jade Rivera gets yanked down. It's gonna be a set piece from from about 25 yards out here for Canada, maybe a little farther. Janine Becky plays short, it's Sinclair, but good alertness by Trinidad. Now here's Sinclair again, runners in the box, but defended very well. That's the mentality that Kenwyne Jones said about his team as Sinclair's laughing, tried to play it quick there. A little sweaty. Jones before the match said they're really looking forward to this team. They're not looking at them like defending Olympic champions. They're just looking at them like another squad that they want to go and compete against. Scott takes that clean. The cross is too far for Rose. Kamika Forbes has played now in her third tournament. Concacaf W Championship tournament, I should say, for Trinidad. She held the United States to just 1 goal back in 2014. She's got a lot of experience, her 42nd cap. She's got to like the way her team is defending right now against this Canada squad, who under Bev Priestman look like a really dynamic squad. You can see they move through the lines as Revere finds Becky, a dummy. Fleming can't get there. And now Buchanan settles. Buchanan just made a move to Chelsea in England. They're playing a lot of her football in France. Becky, Highlands Ranch, Colorado native, in her 90th cap as a Canadian international, has 13 assists. Will she make it 14 here? Into the mix. Buchanan chops it, but it gets blocked. Some poise by the center back. Lawrence gets the ball stripped from her. Austin. Brianna Austin, number 9 center forward there for Trinidad and Tobago. Grad student at Florida Atlantic University. She can't do much with that one, but might be a little taste at how she thinks she can get after this Canadian squad. Lawrence into the mix, headed away, not out of danger. Just cleared straight back to Gilles. Becky gets tackled, a sliding effort by Ketty Johnson. Here's Becky. To the back post, over the head of Rose. And that's Raina Campbell, sends it out, but this is all Canada right here. Extended pressure. All 11 players for Trinidad within about 20 yards of each other.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
You can hear Kenwyne Jones encouraging his group, probably just to get a little bit more pressure to the back line here.
Come on!
Quinn, now Fleming. Scott, now Revere finds Fleming in the channel. Fleming trying to talk to Jade there. Little insight as those two jog back. Canada has made it to 7 World Cups previously. They're trying to make it 8. Rose out of the reach of Becky. This has been a little bit of the issue with Canada. They're not giving up goals, but they've had some difficulty scoring them the last few months. Christine Sinclair is back for Canada, though. She hadn't played since June 8th. Bev Priestman, before the tournament, said they were going to incorporate her as much or as little as they needed to get to the place where they qualify, and she was ready to go from the jump. And knowing Christine Sinclair, she said, give me the start then. Back post, Rose across the face, a goal. Just asking for someone to tap it in, and it's just out of the reach of Sinclair. It's a really nice inviting ball from Becky because she leads Deanne Rose. They play short. Fleming to Becky. On her right foot, Becky swatted away by Forbes. Biggest save of the game so far. As Becky opens her hips right there, it looks like she's gonna use her left foot and cross it. But right when she opens up here, she opts to go with her right foot, and Forbes was alert as they go short again. This time Fleming to the back post. Forbes challenged the mix of a lot of players. Revere, who scored one of the goals of the tournament back in Olympic qualifying. Becky from the opposite side, going with her preferred right foot, trying to bend it into the corner. That Revere goal back in 2020 from about 30 yards out, and she just smashed it home. She likes to come inside at that outside back position. Or as you can see on the other side, Ashley Lawrence really utilizes the channel. Becky stays on the left for a little bit. Now Scott. Sinclair into the body. Victoria Swift, and it's going to be a throw-in for Canada. A little over halfway through this first half. Revere. Little cut. She comes inside. Really good connection from Canada, but it sneaks past Quinn. Lawrence, Sinclair! It's 190! Christine Sinclair puts Canada up 1-0. It is a perfect cross to the head of the best goal scorer in international soccer. Lawrence gets past her defender, and Sinclair is wide open. Almost at the corner of the 6. And Lawrence peeps, sees her, executes, and it's 1-0. Canada. Great goal by Canada. They've had the majority of the possession here in the first half. Christine Sinclair scores her 190th international goal in her 311th cap. Yeah. Incredible. She now solely holds that third spot when it comes to international caps all time. The other two are Americans, Christine Lilly and Carly Lloyd. But for now, Canada attacks again. Great ball by Revere. Now Scott's gonna go from distance. It's gonna go well up and over. She had an opening between some players for Trinidad. That was a perfect header from Sinclair. Really nothing that Forbes could do. She made a brilliant save a few minutes earlier in this match against Janine Becky, who's on the ball now. Becky to the end line. Sinclair stopped. Wants the second go. Or a penalty. Maybe Becky's gonna get a penalty, but that goes straight into the body. A lot of bodies hitting the floor there inside the 18. So here's the second opportunity from Sinclair. She was shouting for a penalty. There is VAR. I don't see much contact there. Well, then there was another potential shout. It was Becky here getting pulled down by Jadu. As Katia Garcia used a little bit of time to give herself a hydration break. Christine Sinclair hasn't been with the team really for this last month. Was out since the beginning of June. She would be the player to put her Canadian squad up early in this one. That's a goal more than every other game. Christine Sinclair with 190 international goals. She broke the record 2 years ago. Concacaf Women's qualifier for the Olympics. She just keeps adding tallies. At 39 years old, she could play in the World Cup next year. She would be 40. And it would be her 6th World Cup. Or get this, she's scored a goal in every single one. And this is gonna go to VAR. For this challenge, this is what they're looking at in the VAR room at the bottom right. And this is exactly what Katia Garcia is seeing on the screen. Now, she's trying to see if there's contact. One, the ball doesn't move, does it? Is there a redirection here from the ball? Look at the spin on the ball. I don't know how it goes through all of those players and nobody touches it, but it just did that. The spin stayed the same. There's no movement. It's okay if the ball wasn't touched. Was Sinclair impeded from touching the ball? And now I think they're looking at this next one on Janine Becky. don't know if there was enough clear and obvious evidence on that one. Maybe they're still looking at that trail foot from Swift coming on top of Sinclair's foot. Well, we'll see. Katia Garcia is taking a look. She has decided it is going to be a penalty. Big decision from Katia Garcia. And now in every one of the games of these 4 W Championship games, there have been big decisions that have been changed due to VAR. Jessie Fleming on top of the ball on the penalty spot. Just reached 100 caps. This is her 101st cap, the 24-year-old. She debuted at 15. She has 15 goals. She wants to make it 2 here for Canada. Fleming, up and over. Big sigh of relief for the Soca Warriors as Fleming just gets underneath the ball there, almost stops her entire momentum. Usually when you do that, you tend to lift it up like she just did. Game on, still 1-0. Here comes Becky, right down the middle. Janine Becky save, now Fleming up and over again. Oh my goodness. But that's the 2nd time in this game already where Jessie Fleming has come running recklessly through the box, trying to make something happen. That's a big save by Forbes. She comes up to challenge right away against Jessie Fleming, who has now within a minute seen the ball go up and over the net 2 times. The player of her caliber will have short-term memory. Forget about it, move on. There's gonna be more opportunities in this one as Kenwyn Jones looks on. 35 minutes into this one, and his team is defending like crazy. Blocking shots, denying crosses. Becky, an interchange with Fleming, finds her again. Revere breaks 1 tackle, can't break the 2nd. Quinn. Fleming. Look at how compact Trinidad and Tobago are. Nice run by Lawrence. She has an assist already. Defended by Stout. Quinn. Sinclair could verbally hear she didn't like her pass, but gets it back anyways. Revere, options. Becky gets tripped. That looked like more of a foul than the first one, but play on. And they will hold the throw here as Revere picks out Becky so nicely. That's definitely more than a foul than the first one. Just gonna say it right there. So there's a whistle blown. We are going to continue play. Here is Revere. Oh, what a ball by Becky. It's just too hot to handle. And Forbes comes off her line, scoops it up. Here's another look at that as Belgrave took out Becky's leg. No foul called. We go on. Canada. Rose gets it tackled away by Swift. Sinclair is dropping into this space in midfield quite a lot through these first 39 minutes. As you can hear Forbes yelling out 4. She wants 4 in the wall, and number 4 also gets a yellow, Rhea Belgrave. That's a harsh yellow. I thought originally, when you saw the tackle, you hear the whistle, I thought she raked the outside of her leg, but not to say that there wasn't contact and it wasn't a foul. I just think yellow card is harsh in that situation. Now Belgrave, one of the center backs for Trinidad, is on a yellow card. Kamika Forbes, the 31-year-old goalkeeper, sets that wall of 4 in front of her. She's gonna stand to the right of the wall. Becky's gonna line up with her right foot. Janine Becky. Into the wall. Revere has options, but couldn't get it past the first defender. And man, Trinidad is doing such a good job defending that time. Asha James, born in Canaan, Trinidad and Tobago. This is her 4th cap. James also a member of Trinidad and Tobago's Beach Soccer World Cup team. It's pretty cool to be a part of the Beach Soccer World Cup team. Now she wants to be a part of the full Trinidad women's national team to go to the World Cup. They've got a little bit of a hole to climb themselves out of. Down 1-0 on a Christine Sinclair goal. Well, I'm sure a lot of people had that on their bingo card as to what was going to happen tonight, because Christine Sinclair does it about against every team she plays against. She scores a goal in every 1.6 games. That's how effective Christine Sinclair has been over her 22-year international career. Revere wins the first header. There's James there showing some skill. A little beach soccer skill, actually. A lot of juggling in that sport. But now Revere in space, plays it wide for Becky. Jade was playing a zig and Becky was running a zag. Chelsea Jadu throws it right back to Canada. Becky, great run. Even better ball. Now Sinclair in space, has Fleming. Opts to go to her. Might be one too many passes here for Canada. Oh, Fleming, she isn't gonna. There's a player down for Trinidad and Tobago on the far side of the field. That's gonna be a foul on Gilles. It's Brianna Austin who committed the foul, and we're gonna get some treatment here for Victoria Swift, the 27-year-old. Her 7th start, her 7th cap. Oh, you can see her left ankle there. She just gets stepped on by her teammate, and see Bev Priestman on the sideline looking through a tactical board, it looked like. An assistant coach to the team, 15 and 16, as this ball goes all the way up. Gilles, one of Canada's favorite targets on set pieces. She's a target for her club team too, playing for the new expansion side, Angel City. 7 games in NWSL after moving over from France. She has 49 clearances, 16 interceptions, and the first ever goal in Angel City history does Vanessa Gilles. Rose, oh, that was a good stop-start. Gets headed away. And Gilles wins it. She had a great interview. TSN's Megan Johnson was just talking, Gilles was talking about moving to NWSL, and she said it would really fit her style of play, as Rose hits it on the half volley. Whew. Yeah, take a second, Kamika Forbes. You're making some gigantic saves. Oh my gosh, that is a nearly perfect strike. If that goes in, that's goal of the tournament. Off the half volley there, right when it bounces. Chef's kiss to that strike. Here's Fleming. Buchanan goes all the way across, but Becky keeps it. Gilles. Forbes keeps it in play. One last thing about that Gilles article, and you should go read it. It's really interesting, as she almost got on the end of that one. Is she said the NWSL really fits her in terms of physicality, defending, reading plays, something that's in her DNA. And she admits not as technically gifted as a lot of players. She didn't start playing soccer until she was in her teenage years. She took that one pretty well with that good first touch there, and a nice long ball to Spring and Lawrence. Rose slicing and dicing, but can't find that connection. Quinn pushes it out to Lawrence. Sinclair, oh, what a beautiful sequence. Was Becky onside? I don't think she was. I think she was offside, and it gets called. Her sister referee did what she needed to. She held her flag down until the play was over. Here's Becky. She's offside. That's just a difficult one to swallow there, because the way Canada just picked apart the defense through a brilliant 7-8 pass sequence would have been a goal that they all would have remembered. Here's Becky going again. Chips it to the back post. Quinn. That was like going to be a slow motion goal if it went in there. Quinn plays for OL Reign. Five goals in international play. A good look at the Estadio BBVA. Lit up for tonight's big game. This will be one of the sites of the 2026 World Cup. Holds 51,000 people, and it's, if you haven't seen pictures of this stadium, you should look it up, because it sits right at the base at the Cerro de la Silla, that big mountain in Monterrey, and it looks photoshopped, honestly, but it's real life. As we enter the last few minutes here, last minute of stoppage time in this first half. It's a Christine Sinclair goal. That's the difference so far. The mentality of Trinidad and Tobago. Becky! She had a touch again. Did that go over? Kamika Forbes made a swat at the ball, as Rose had a nice little dish to Becky centrally. Trinidad and Tobago have been defending extremely well. A lot of numbers in defensively. Not messing around with trying to play out of the back. Kenwin Jones and these Soca Warriors have stuck to the game plan and done as much as they can to keep this one close here. And that's the end of the first half. 190th international goal for Christine Sinclair. It's the difference right now after 45 minutes. Canada up 1-0 over Trinidad and Tobago. I'll be back with highlights and stats from the first half here in Monterrey, Mexico, just after this.
watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped Concacaf website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own Concacaf passport with custom preferences and share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. Concacaf offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region with official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped Concacaf website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own Concacaf passport with custom preferences. And share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. Concacaf offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region. With official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
official Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped Concacaf website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own Concacaf passport with custom preferences and share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. Concacaf offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region with official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
Beautiful stadium will be one of the sites for 2026 World Cup in Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Right now, these two teams looking to get at top of Group B. Get one of those qualifying spots for Australia and New Zealand World Cup next year, 2023. We're underway in the second half. I'm Jordan Angeli. Thanks for joining us. The lineups stay the same for both teams going into the second 45, and right away, Canada gets on the ball. Gilles on the dribble. Reverses her path and brings it back to her counter partner there, Buchanan. Revere with some good pressure. She gets on the end of it, has two runners in the box, defended by Rhea Belgrave. Got a yellow card in the first half, a foul on Jessie Fleming. Top of the box, earned the 30-year-old. Only yellow card of this game. Quinn slips it through. Deanne Rose, not on target. Rose, the 23-year-old. Really good positioning from her in between the outside back, the center back. Can't get her foot on the outside of the ball to get it back on frame. She's with Reading in England. She actually made her youth debut under Bev Priestman 2014, and now plays for the coach on the full national team. There's a handful of players on this Canadian squad who played under Priestman when she was a youth coach with Canada from 2013 to 2018. Then she took a stint in England, did Priestman under Phil Neville. She was an assistant coach there, went to the World Cup with England in 2019, and then took over the Canadian head coaching job in November of 2020 and has been a real influential coach for Canada. Just 36 years old. But a great soccer mind. Scott, Fleming, Becky playing a little bit more narrow in that build-up. Lawrence will chase down Cicely Stout. Momentarily, Canada wins the ball back, but give it right back over. There's Stout. She ran track in high school. Still has the 400-meter record at her high school. So you got to think, if Trinidad and Tobago are going to find a way to counter, they might be utilizing a quick transition, maybe through their outside back here. Member that could get forward as she wins that foot race with Rose. You can hear Becky saying, "How is that a foul on me?" Becky might have still been thinking about that penalty she thought she drew in the first half. Didn't get called. Nonetheless, it's going to be Ray Belgrave restarting it. Straight to the head of Asha James, and that one looked like it hurt. She's still a little shaken up on that one. Three-man weave on the far side. Revere, some counter pressing there. Ends up making Johnson spit the ball back up, and Vanessa Gilles starts the dribble forward. Her 20th cap. And Rose earns a corner kick for Canada. Becky's gonna come over and take it. She played it short the last time. She'll do it again here. Fleming scoops it, headed away by Swift. A lot of players narrow there for Canada, and Scott's pass to utilize the width. Had no one there to receive it. Raina Campbell. Touched out by Scott. sent out. Canada swinging around the back. Good line-breaking pass by Buchanan. Fleming can't handle it, as Fleming and Buchanan are going to be teammates on the club level as well with Chelsea. Fleming takes the ball down off the bounce. Well read by Ray Belgrave. Trinidad and Tobago picking up where they left off in the first half when it comes to defensive mindset. They're reading these passing lanes and frustrating Canada. Trinidad won their qualifying group. Played 4 games in February and April. They outscored opponents 19-3. They did give up 3 goals. One of those games, they took down Turks and Caicos 13-0.
Hey, be careful. I'm here. Throw in.
They have the ability to score, but they're showing their ability on the other side, the defensive side. Combinations, top of the box. Now it's Lawrence. 3 players for Trinidad in between Lawrence and her expected target Rose. Someone just went down. It was hard to see a quick cut there. It's Quinn. Quinn will get some assistance. Quinn's 80th cap in this game here tonight. Playing an NWSL for OL Reign. Canada leads the all-time series between these 2 teams with 4 wins in their 4 games. They've scored 16 goals. 6-0 in 1991, 4-0 in 93 with a couple of goals by Charmaine Hooper. Six to nothing again in 94, and then in 2010, Canada won 1-0. Trivia question, who scored that Canada goal? Canada leads 1-0 in this one too. It's Christine Sinclair here tonight. She continues to make a gap at the top of the international scoreboard with 190 goals. More than any other player to ever play professionally, man or woman. Lawrence. Scott finds Buchanan. Fleming, what a turn. Can she get the pass off? She can't. Oh, what a scoop here. Sinclair from Becky. Swift. Living up to her namesake. Canada might go to their bench here. Nope. Quinn has not come back on the field, so we'll see if there is a switch coming for Canada as they play on. They have 10 players out on the field right now. Oh, Quinn is back on the field. To the back post, headed away before Sinclair could get there. Big crunching tackle by who else? Desiree Scott. Here's Lawrence. Defended by Stout. Now Fleming gets a piece of it. Cleared out of bounds by Trinidad and Tobago. And everybody knows that's the international sign for substitution, and Bev Priestman wants to make it happen. As there is might be a line change happening, it looks like, for Canada. I saw Jordan Heidema, Adriana Leon over there. A couple other players in the background. I think one of them might have been Grosso. We'll see officially who it is here. What might be momentarily. '78th minute. It is Grosso, and the other player there is Chapman. Alicia Chapman. Getting set to make her 91st appearance for Canada, and a couple of subs also for Trinidad and Tobago, looking to add their mark on this game. Revere. Fleming popping up in a different space this time. Finds Sinclair. Well defended by Swift, and it's out for a corner kick for Canada. We need a stat for blocked shots for Swift. She has been excellent for Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so Alicia Chapman is coming in, number 2. She's going to replace Ashley Lawrence. Jordan Heidema is going to come in. Well, we'll go with this subs first. Julia Grosso, 21-year-old, will come in for Scott. Jordan Heidema will replace Christine Sinclair. And the last sub there is Adriana Leon will come in for Deanne Rose. Position-wise, like-for-like substitutions. Personality-wise, some changes here. Becky. New targets in there, but she uses one of her favorite targets. Vanessa Gilles doesn't get it on frame. You see the disappointment there. Just rises a little too soon. Adriana Leon making her 82nd cap. She just officially signed with Manchester United yesterday. She's excited to be a Red. It's Chapman. This cross gets headed away. Leon, number 19 for Canada, has played in England 3.5 years for West Ham. Now will play for Manchester United and Mark Skinner. She clearly likes wearing red. Quinn. Gilles in an advanced position. Look at how close those lines are for Trinidad and Tobago. Buchanan is trying to help out. Grosso, their first touches. Now Chapman can't keep it, but wins it back. She has a feistiness about her. Alicia Chapman is a part of the Houston Dash squad who won the 2020 Challenge Cup. First tournament that was played in the US after the COVID pandemic. Great move by Revere. Missed on the first challenge. The second clearance, not convincing. Canada wins it back. Revere has just been chopping defenders. Quinn plays it across. And that's a foul. Enough for Katia Garcia to call it. We're gonna see a couple of substitutions here. Ralph is gonna come out. It's gonna be Jolie St. Louis who comes in for her, getting her Trinidad and Tobago international debut. She plays at Seattle University, member of the Western Athletic Conference. And Campbell will come out, and Maria Francis will come in. Sorant, Maria Francis Sorant comes in. "19-year-old as Revere gets up from that tackle. Sorant plays at West Texas A&M. Last year she played and started 15 of 16 games there. She scored 13 goals. So I think there's a reason why Kenwyn Jones brings her on here late in this game. She's had all 4 of her international caps this year as a part of those qualifying matches that Trinidad and Tobago had to play. She started 2 of them, but she also started all the games for the under-20 team that played their qualifiers here in 2022. Heidema with a little shoulder dip. The dribble, it's too long, it's out of bounds. Not as many challenging shots for Kamika Forbes in this second half yet. She was up to the task in the first half. Really good save on Janine Becky. One off of a half volley strike from Rose. Trinidad, and they're attacking third. They haven't been here at all in this second half. That is Sorant. She draws the foul. She'll jog her way up to the attacking third as Swift will restart it. Katia Garcia didn't like the challenge there. Canada get it restarted, 67th minute. Jordan Angeli, thanks for watching this Concacaf W Championship game. It's a Group B game. Canada up 1-0 on a Christine Sinclair goal in the first half. It's a good touch in the box. Grosso! Julia Grosso! Her first ever international goal. It puts Canada up 2-0. And she gets picked up by her teammate, Jordan Heitema. Look at the numbers for Canada, and they haven't been in these transition moments very often where Trinidad and Tobago isn't set. It's the line-breaking ball by Janine Becky that starts it all off, and a nice combination through Fleming, Heitema, then Grosso. Great play. Calm finish by Grosso. Jordan Heitema gets her 4th assist in her career. Grosso gets her first goal. Here's Heitema from distance. It's an easy one for Forbes. Jordan Heitema played the last 3 years at Paris Saint-Germain. 9 goals in her 71 appearances there. Won a couple of French championships. She just signed with OL Reign in NWSL, a 1-year deal. She'll be playing alongside Quinn. There she is, Heitema. Defended by Swift and cleared out by Trinidad. They're looking to use St. Louis. Those transition moments up top. This is good from Trinidad. You can see Kenwyn Jones, the head coach, and his staff have really worked on this team being brave. Referee getting in the way of the players a couple of times. It only is supposed to restart when the ball hits the referee and changes possession, potentially. A drop ball to Trinidad. I thought they had the ball, but it's going to Canada to get back underway. Minutes left in this one. Canada looking to add some more. They pass through the lines here. This is Heitema. Outruns that one. Grosso, latest goal scorer, keeps possession. Chapman ran herself offside. This year in NWSL, she has 7 starts. She's really risky with the way that she passes. Only a 71% passing accuracy for Chapman in NWSL, and you can see it already. She tries to go direct. That's what shots look like in this match. 19 for Canada, 0 for Trinidad and Tobago. Sarant gets the worst of it from Gilles there. There's contact. There's no extension there from Gilles. But it was well done by Sarant to draw a foul. Swift into the mix. Probably gets counted as a shot. It's not on frame, but gives Keelan Sheridan something to do. She's looking for shutout number 12. Part of that Olympic gold medal squad in 2020. She was at the World Cup 2019 with Canada, but she didn't feature. Adriana Leon can't get past her defender there, and she'll jog back as Forbes takes the goal kick. It's gonna be another change, the last one for Canada. Jade Revere will be replaced by Bianca St. George. St. George with the big smile. It's her first qualifying tournament with Canada. The international level, her third cap. She really made her name in NWSL. Dealt with some injuries, but came back this year and has been performing, gets a call up. And now her third cap. She debuted just over a year ago. June 11th of 2021. As that ball deflects, Fleming picks up the second ball, but uses a little bit of her arm there. Jessie Fleming just flutters around the field. She just gets to all of the spaces. The amount of ground she covers is incredible. She's only 24 and she has 100 caps, 101 caps. Becky directing her teammates a little there defensively as Trinidad goes to their bench. It's going to be the end of the night for Asha James. Really good shift from her in her fourth cap. James gets replaced by Tori Paul. Paul's from Charlotte, North Carolina. 6 games for George Mason University in the fall, and then Kenny Johnson is going to come out and replaced by Kayla McFarland. McFarland goes to Harvard. She's from Pasadena, California. Played attacking midfielder for a Trinidad team in the under-20 W Championship earlier this year. St. George gets it back. Doesn't find Quinn. Grosso. A little wrestling match in the middle of the field. Looks like the winner of that one is Tori Paul. Her first contribution since joining Tori Paul has a pretty cool story. Her dad came to the United States at 17 to go to Virginia Commonwealth University to play soccer. She has stated that her dad is her inspiration. She now gets to represent Trinidad and Tobago on a full women's national team. This is her first cap for the full team. Had 6 appearances in the Under-20 World Cup earlier this year. World Cup qualifying, I should say, the Concacaf W Championship. Headed away by Jadu. Quinn and Fleming play catch, push it wide. It's Becky in space, numbers, Heidema flicked past the post. Jordan Heidema, watch her movement here. She just checks her shoulder, drifts behind Swift, then comes in front, finds the space, looking to pull her best impression of Christine Sinclair's goal from the first half. Pulls it wide, or pushes it wide, or heads, I think heads it wide. That's the correct thing to say there. Becky again, pushed away by Forbes. Now it's Heidema. Chapman dribbles past McFarlane. Becky St. George all the way through. Grosso, did she make it 2? She does. 2 for Julia Grosso, 3 for Canada. At the beginning of this night, she had not scored a goal for this Canadian women's national team, and now she has 2. Caitlin Sheridan comes all the way up to celebrate with her. Good runs by Leon and Heidema. This is the patience that Julia Grosso has showed throughout her entire career, not only at the University of Texas, but now with Juventus in Italy. She scores goals, and now she does it for Team Canada. 2 for Grosso, 3 for Canada. Just about 10 minutes left here in Monterrey, Mexico. Chapman denies that through ball. Becky drags it past her defender and just drives it to the near post. Thought it originally went off of Fleming, but it looked like she dummied it enough to hit the corner, and they're gonna go short again. Those two are very sneaky over there. Gilles can't get on frame. That's her 4th chance off of a set piece. Such an active target for Canada. Priestman encouraging her squad. She must be pretty pleased with them. Kenwyn Jones pensively looked onto the field. Canada's the 6th best team in the world. Jones and the Trinidad and Tobago team knew that coming in. It's 3-0. They've competed really well. yet to get anything on frame. When you're talking about building a real culture within a squad, it starts with defensive responsibilities, and they definitely look like a team that understand what it's going to take as this ball goes through the back line. Becky, that is the ball to play, and Grosso going for number 3. That's deflected. And they're going to call Jordan Heidema offside on that Grosso shot. She came back on to try to challenge for the ball. Ends up being called off. Kamika Forbes, her 3rd qualifying tournament for Trinidad. A lot of experience in those gloves. Her 42nd cap. Stout. Atlanta, Georgia native. Gets into the attacking 3rd, and her pass goes awry. Heidema, now Quinn. Becky has Leon. She's gonna not opt to go with an early cross instead. She goes the same exact ball as before, and it's Jessie Fleming at the penalty spot. This time she puts it away. Great decision making here from Janine Becky. Look at the runs in the box by Canada. 3 different types of run. Heidema goes to the near post. Leon takes the back. And it leaves all of this space for almost a carbon copy of the cross that Becky just had moments ago. Nobody was there this time. Fleming runs onto it. Looks like it hits a little bit of her plant leg too on the way through, but it scoots under the arm of Forbes. That's gonna feel like a little bit of a relief for Jessie Fleming. She scores her 16th goal for Canada. Makes it 4-0 here. Heidema has Becky inside, keeps it for a little too long. Becky's shot from distance goes straight into the arms of Forbes. Court punt from Forbes. A tangle in the middle of the field, and Fleming gets the worst of it. Heidema slips through Becky. Leon stays onside, but the recovery from Stout was just in time. Grosso finds Becky, and Becky finds the back of the net. An emphatic celebration from Janine Becky, who has been pestering this back line for 86 minutes and finally figures out a way to get a goal. Look at this dribble. Grosso has been a difference maker in this game. And it's a different player profile than Desiree Scott, who she replaced. It's the win by Buchanan, the dribble by Grosso, and then Becky has been sliding inside and playing in these internal channels a lot. That is a picture-perfect finish from Janine Becky. Goal number 35 in her career. Moved to the Portland Thorns this year. Her second stint in NWSL. She was with Houston and New Jersey before going abroad to play for Manchester City. Was with Manchester City for a few years and now is back in NWSL. That ball goes through. Not able to connect. Target of Jolie St. Louis. Canada looking to close this one out. 5 goals for them. 4 coming in this second half after a line change by Bev Priestman. Bringing on Adriana Leon, Jordan Heidema, Julia Grosso, Alicia Chapman. And those players have done what they needed to do. They were watching the game from the bench, knew some of the points that they could get after this Trinidad and Tobago team, and they came on and made a difference. Shows the depth of this Canadian team and the experience that these players have gathered in the last handful of years. World Cup experience, the Olympic experience. Becky off the side netting. That would have been St. George's first contribution. She can't quite manage an assist here, but the run from St. George is really good because the timing. She leaves when her defender just looks away from the ball. She just sneaks in the back door. '90th minute. It's gonna be foul there on Heidema. Heidema was 15 years old when she made her debut with Canada back in 2017. It's a pretty good place to play. So every time she's with that Canadian national team, she is learning from the actual best to ever do it, Christine Sinclair. Here's Becky. Heidema! And that's what you get. Clinical finishing from Jordan Heidema. Sixth goal for Canada on the night. And Jordan Heidema with her running. She checks her shoulder, finds a good piece of green grass in front of her, and that is just a difficult finish with that player coming across your face. She goes the inside of her left boot. What a great goal. The 21-year-old, her 15th in her international career. Janine Becky gets an assist again. St. George, Canada might not be quite done yet as there's 3 minutes stoppage time added to the end of this one. You see Kenwyn Jones looking over some of the plays. You have to think that this has to be a little bit of fatigue for this Trinidad and Tobago team. defended so well, and defending is way more exhausting than having the ball. They have been doing it for the majority of this game and just couldn't quite keep themselves in it. Headed down by Gilles. Cleared away by Trinidad. Oh, Buchanan trying to take it off the half bounce. With this result, Canada sits well atop Group B. Forbes just got it off her foot to find Swift. Chapman's first touch momentarily gives the ball away. Into the mix, Chapman took it off her neck, it looked like. People in the crowd are giving their own imitation of the final whistle. And that is going to be the final whistle by Katia Garcia. And a big clap from Bev Priestman. Her first time in charge of this Canadian squad in the W Championship. And her team comes out, puts their mark on this tournament from the get-go. 6 goals for Canada. Big hugs from some of the Canadian players to the goalkeeper, Kamika Forbes. Jordan Heidema had one of the goals. But we'll go through them all. Canada wins this one 6-0 over Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be back with highlights and stats right after these interviews from each team.